Well, welcome back, everyone. Thank you. This afternoon, I want to talk again about MOPs. I know that you guys just heard about a little bit of information and background and so forth about MOPs. But now I want to talk specifically of why we should have MOPs here at the church. And that is the simple reason that there is a need, I believe, here in the church, and there's a need here in the community that we could actually supply. And the reason for that being is that a lot of women feel that they don't have any support. They don't have anybody to kind of help them out with the issues that they go through, and they feel adequately alone. There are several stay-at-home mothers, whether they're married or single or so forth. Like I said, they don't feel like they have any support system. They kind of feel alone. How do I go about this? Am I doing this right? Am I not doing this right? And so forth. And just kind of give an example, this past weekend we had Back to School Bash. I actually had the opportunity to speak to various families. And in these families, I got to speak to the wives, I got to speak to single mothers and so forth, and a lot of them were stay-at-home. It just came about that this subject was brought up. However, out of all the women I talked to, neither one of them knew each other. But the same issue was being brought up. Am I going about parenting my child correctly? I mean, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Like, I honestly feel alone. And sometimes I feel like I'm the only person that struggles with this issue. So, with that being said, it was addressed, or I was thinking of, okay, if this is a need, if women are looking for some type of support system to fulfill this need, but also not just for support, but as well as I want to get outside my house, I want to get outside my comfort zone, I want to meet with some other women, I want to have my kids play with some other kids, and kind of live the life together as we speak. I propose this need that we should, here at Mount Calvary, facilitate and host a MOPS group. Here's the reason why. Previously, I stated there is only one MOPS group. That is one MOPS group for the entire Charleston area. The next one is located 30, 45 minutes from here, which is Scott Depot. From there, it's Huntington, and then we're going into Ohio. So, I feel that there are a massive amount of mothers that would love to start up meeting in a group for specifically MOPS. The details with this would be as considered. There is a woman and her husband who just moved from Arizona. They've been coming here for the last 3 weeks. Her name is Kathleen. Yes. Thank you. Her name is Kathleen. She has been a leader for MOPS. She is experienced, she is seasoned, and she would actually love the opportunity to start up MOPS here at Mount Calvary. I got a chance to talk with her just a little bit, and then I'm going to be taking her and her husband out to lunch and speak a little bit more on this. But it would look like if she could start up the group, and we could do it twice a month. We would do it, for example, maybe possibly the first Monday and maybe the last Monday of the month, maybe from like 9 to 11 a.m. and so forth. And then you also have the pros and cons of the money issue. $25 is really not that much, but for some women that might seem, or a lot of people that might seem a lot. So on one hand, you could say, let's pay $25, and that would allow them to be more committed and more accountable. Say, if I'm paying for this, then I need to be showing up and so forth. Or the other aspect is we could say, hey, Calvary's just going to pay for the fee at all. We're going to pay for curriculum and books, so we can just start up and running the ministry as well as right now. The other benefit of this would be, as I've actually seen, I've seen this ran for several years at the previous church that I was at. And it is a great opportunity for outreach, and here's why. Because one, you're going to get the women who don't want to come to church, so to speak, and they come into an environment that is relaxed, that is comfortable, they get to see the building and so forth, and they get plugged in with other women. But the women from our church can also plug them into the various ministries of what we offer here at Mount Calvary. previous church, I've seen that time and time again. They came for a couple of weeks, they came for a couple of months, they start liking the group, they start liking what the church had to offer, and soon enough, they were actually getting plugged into various ministries, they were serving, people were coming to know the Lord, the women who knew the Lord, they're growing in the relationship with the Lord. It's beneficial for the husband, it's beneficial for the kids, they get to play and so forth. So in essence, why it would be a good idea to have it here at Mount Calvary is because MOPS would honestly just be a vessel. It would just be a tool for us, for them to get to have a more of an intimate relationship with the Lord. That would be the whole entire factor of bringing them in. Once we bring them in, we can expose them to everything, to every menu from children's ministry to adults ministries. And again, it would be all about their relationship with the Lord. But it started out with just a little vessel of MOPS. So, like I said, just think about the opportunities of the people you all know, stay-at-home moms, and the friends that they would know and so forth. We kick off with a group, let's say the next couple of months or even sooner, the opportunities that they would have to experience life with other women, but most importantly, that everything would be about their relationship with the Lord and how God intended them to mother and make an impact on their kids. So the action that I'm asking us all to do is to be praying about this, but most importantly, taking this vision of what MOPS is, what we heard about earlier, of what the organization is and what they do and so forth, and be talking to other women who would be interested. And then so once we have that information and we have enough people, we can start up a group with 5. And then we would come back and we would just start it up. So that is my introduction of why we should have MOPS and what we can do. I thank you for your time, and see you guys here very soon.